In this profession, our number one goal is to provide for our families. And when I thought I was doing an excellent job, I wasn't. When I went to Boulder Crest and I went to Struggle Well, and they helped me out drastically, I came back to my family and realized that I had to reintroduce myself to my family. And I am a much better family member, which has made me a much better law enforcement officer. My name is Brandon Lanier. I am a lieutenant with the City of Miami Police Department. I've been in this profession for a total of 22 years, going on 22 years. This is my third department, and I've been with the City of Miami for approximately 16 years. I've been a lieutenant for about 5 years. I have been a member of Struggle Well. I've attended several Struggle Well courses. In fact, this will be my 5th time attending a Struggle Well course. I've attended 3 of the 2-day trainings. I went to the Struggle Well retreat from Boulder Crest, and that was in Belton, Texas. That was a 9-day retreat. And I am currently in the 5-day course right now here at the South Florida PBA. Struggle Well has helped me greatly. I wish this is something that was afforded to me 15, 20 years ago. But I'm glad it's here now. I'm able to appreciate it because of my age and tenure within the department. I am an advocate for it. It has not helped me so much with my profession. I'm going to be honest with you. There's some environmental factors that prevent that, but it has helped me with my family dramatically. And I'm grateful for that because, in this profession, our number one goal is to provide for our families. And when I thought I was doing an excellent job, I wasn't. When I went to Boulder Crest and I went to Struggle Well, and they helped me out drastically, I came back to my family and realized that I had to reintroduce myself to my family. And I am a much better family member, which has made me a much better law enforcement officer. One of the things that they cover in Struggle Well is the wellness triangle. And that wellness triangle is all about mind, body, soul, and spirituality. And usually when you see that officer that's having a problem, what we call him, the toxic officer, when you see that toxic officer in your profession, there's something wrong with his triangle. Something wrong with his mind, something wrong with his body, something wrong with his finances, something wrong with his spirituality. I have learned to grasp that concept, and it's helped me dramatically since I took this journey with Struggle Well, which started back in 2022.
Once you realized that you could do better, not so much with the professional aspect of your career, but the family, was it like a light went on all of a sudden? How did you feel once you started working and getting the family aspect of it on track? What were your thoughts on that?
What I realized was that I was not the model family member that we all would like to be. Like I said, I thought that I was, since I'm providing, I'm doing everything. But when your family is telling you that it's not the money, it's the time, and you're giving up the time to make the money, you realize that, they've been telling you the entire time, you just haven't been listening. So for me, once I realized that and I became more of a support for my family emotionally, as opposed to financially, it made me a better person. Because it's the small things that matter,
So you prioritize basically, with reflection, what's the most important thing? That's what I'm getting from this. And it became like a eureka moment for you almost, where now, once you got that, things started falling into place. Did it, and in turn, it made you even a better officer? I'm making that assumption. I'm asking as a question.
No, that's the best assumption. That's perfect. It made me a much better officer. Gave me some clarity. It helped me with my personal goals. Like I said, struggle well really didn't help me with my profession, but it helped me with my family. But in turn, my profession became clearer because of I became a better person. So, but yes, prioritize again, 100%.
So let me ask you one question. Did this, as you're evolving in your police work and you find yourself a little conflicted, were you recognizing that you were struggling, and is that why you sought out to go to this class?
Yes, yes, yes. I did recognize that I was having some personal issues, not necessarily professional wise, but my personal issues were affecting my profession. And Dr. Holton noticed it, and it was at Dr. Holton's request, almost a demand, when he said, "Listen, this young man needs help." Um, to be perfectly honest, I would have never sought the help. I would have internalized it and kept it buried down deep inside, and hoped it went away.
Can you share some of those feelings for those that are out there struggling and don't know where to turn and are conflicted and just maybe need a little bit, that little help from a brother?
Yeah, there's feelings of, self-worth and value, feelings of, being capable of doing certain things. One of the things that we in law enforcement struggle with the most is, I would say, vulnerability. We're always taught that being vulnerable is being weak. One of the things that they teach you in SWAT, or at least clearing a building, is find the vulnerable part of the building before you go in, the weak point. So in our profession, we're always taught that vulnerable is bad. So once I realized that, the only way I'm going to get help is to, you know, understand that vulnerable is not necessarily weak, but you have to, disclose and open up and ask for help. Everything became a lot better for me. So for officers, they need to understand that it's okay to not be okay.
No, you make a good point. The analogy you used with the SWAT is spot on. Is spot on with the entry, the weak point. That's perfect, and that's well understood. So thank you.
For all the law enforcement officers, first responders, military members that are listening to this video, struggle well works. And it's just a word, struggle well. It's, you're struggling well. You're going to struggle. There's nothing wrong with struggling. It's just another word that it's very negative, has a very negative feeling towards it, struggling. But I struggle well every day, and I hope you guys struggle well as well.